Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, let's try that again. Good morning, church. Good morning. All right, that's better. All right. Gorgeous day today. Crisp all day. Wonderful. Please remember to silence your telephone, and then be sure you turn it back on when we leave, because otherwise you'll miss it. My name is Kate Turner, and I am pleased to be doing platform today. I want to first of all thank Lori for bringing these. Lori Schaefer, those are lovely flowers this morning. And before we go any farther, though, I want to bring our chairman of the board, our president of the board, up here for a little business.
You know her?
I do know her very well.
I have a special privilege today and honor. I would like to invite Diane Kugel up here, please. Diane? We're surprising her, so she doesn't know about this.
Come on, Diane. Hustle, hustle, hustle. We're killing time.
Diane has been one of the wonderful members of our church board for the last 4 years, right? 4.5. And she was the secretary for it. And believe you me, she did work for us because she did very, very detailed minutes for us for 4 solid years. So when she retired this summer, we were very sad, but we realized and understood that it was probably time. So I would like to give you a certificate today, Diane. Thank you. And also a card that was signed by all the ladies you worked for on the board at one time or another.
I did enjoy that.
I'm glad you did. You really did. We enjoyed having you.
Coming back, is that what everybody? Yes.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for all your work.
Thank you.
We really did appreciate you. We have some of the best. She's old school. She takes shorthand.
Yeah.
So when she did minutes, it was everything you said, so you had to be very careful. All right, so let's have an opening song by the JaJas right now.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All across the USA, I'm gonna across the USA. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. On Gaza and Israel, I'm gonna let it shine. On Gaza and Israel, I'm gonna let it shine. On Gaza and on Israel, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Shining down on Mother Earth, I'm gonna let it shine. Shining down on Mother Earth, I'm gonna let it shine. Shining down on Mother Earth, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Here we go. This big light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. So right now, this big light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. So right now, this big light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, let it shine so bright.
All right, I like that new lyrics. Those are great. So you may be wondering, unless you've been here all month, what this is doing here. Well, it's because it's part of the theme for this month that our Reverend Jeanne has been talking about. And I'm going to just briefly, she will again, but I'm going to briefly remind you of some of the 7-ups that we've been hearing about. Look up. Before we go out anywhere, we look up to God. We know He's not really up there, but He is the source of all good. We lift up the vibration of our emotions by choosing a different thought. Lighten up. Hold things lightly. It's not all that serious. Make it up. Decide what your future is going to be and let go of the past. Give it up. Express our divine nature by being kindly givers. We kick it up. My favorite. Bring enthusiasm and passion to life. And start it up. Always start anything by first going within for guidance. Part of that looking up. So far this month we've done our 7-ups and we've gone up, up, and away. Anybody remember that one, the first one? And we've also discovered that in the hero's journey that Ela so beautifully taught us about. And so today we'll bring this topic to a close with Reverend Jeanne asking a question. Is it really up to me? I don't think she means me. I think she means like a royal me, right? All of us. So I just wanted to do that real quick and welcome everyone to Unity Church of Sun Lakes. We're excited that you're here. We've got some surprises today. We've got a wonderful lesson, I know. And let's all say a vision. We do have one guest today that I know of. Do we have anyone else? Of course, this guest is going to be introduced later for you, but would you like to stand and tell us quickly who you are?
Sure. I'm Bill Carpenter. I'm the president of the Greater Sun Lakes Community Foundation. I'm glad to be here.
I was going to speak to us a short while, a little bit later. So anyway, welcome to everybody. Let's welcome each other. And Bill, with what we do.
We love you, we bless you, and we welcome you.
Absolutely. So So now let's repeat. Let's all join together in saying our vision, Unity Church's vision. The world of oneness, where all people are free and encouraged to express their divine potential. And our mission. Unity Church of Sun Lakes is a spiritual community of love and light that is dedicated to the expansion of our divinity as taught by Jesus Christ and other master teachers. We command our time, talents, and tithes to inspire more love and peace in our world. Thank you, God. We shine our light. All right. And now we'll have our opening prayer with Reverend Julia Norton, please.
Good morning. Good morning. Let it shine. Indeed. Let's go within and see that light within our life, our hearts. And you know that's God's love and light that we share with everyone. We send that peace and love around the world. Where there are shootings, we know that these people are held within your arms and guided to the best light. That came very close to my family this week. So we pray for all those families that lost loved ones, where they're injured everywhere present. You are within them, and you carry them wherever they need to go. You know where they are. So we send our love and light out to the world, and we carry forward with smiles and open hearts for everyone. And so it is. So it is.
Now our daily word, Barbara Castro will do that for us.
Oh, I forgot. I was doing.
Oh, well, that's okay. You can read. It's all right. Use your imagination.
Okay. Oh, you got that big book there?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, big. Hi. Imagination. I imagine and create my most magnificent life. I admire the storyteller's gift for creating fantastic worlds where impossible things happen. I immerse myself in the story, allowing myself to feel the wonder, the exhilaration, and even the sadness the storyteller's imagination has created. No matter how scary the story, there is nothing to fear, it's only a story. My imagination helps me create my life story. Guided by divine wisdom and will, I imagine a positive, meaningful life. If disturbing thoughts cloud my imagination, I remember I am God's living expression. There is nothing to fear. My spiritual gifts of faith, love, strength, and understanding join with my imagination to build a fulfilling life my heart desires. I will pour out my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions. Joel 2:28.
Now let's join together with our unity prayer. Unity Church of Sun Lakes is a beacon of love and light. We welcome all with open hearts and open arms to express their divine potential. We come together in oneness in creating peace, health, and happiness in our church community and the world. Divine order guides our church as it prospers and grows, providing healing, love, hope, and friendship to all. And so it is. And now we're going to have our meditation song, which will be immediately followed by our lesson. And so please enjoy. I'd like to
close your eyes and just lean into the words, make them yours. There is a garden so divine, a place to quiet my busy mind, where the fruit of spirit, so sweet and ripe, is there to nourish my soul through day and night. In Yahweh's garden, where the sky is clear, the sound of silence is music to my ears, where the quiet voice of spirit reminds me who I am. I feel the oneness of a soul within the breeze. I am in Yahweh's garden, in Yahweh's garden. There is a garden where dewdrops shine, a place to steal my restless mind, where the blooms of Yahweh, so soft and pure, their fragrance floating in the silence. So I breathe along the lakeshore to the clearing on the hill, through the narrow gate of silence where my soul can be still. Yahweh's garden, where the sky is clear, the sound of silence is music to my ears, where the quiet voice of spirit reminds me who I am. I feel the oneness of a soul within the grace. I am in Yahweh's garden, in Yahweh's garden, where the sky is clear, and the sound of silence is music to my ears, where the quiet voice of spirit reminds me who I am. I feel the oneness of a soul within the great. I am Yahweh's garden, in Yahweh's
Can you hear me? No. No?
Gotta be right on. That's it.
Okay. Is that better? Guess it depends. I had it in the wrong chin. Yeah. This morning we're going to talk about relax in the peace of God. We often wonder if peace really exists anywhere. In a world distraught with so much confusion and chaos, we deeply need an inner, abiding sense of calm and tranquility. Without peace of mind, we have only a sense of insecurity and loneliness, and there can be no happiness or contentment, no sense of security, no confidence. Jesus said, "My peace I give unto you." And the Apostle Paul said, "The peace of God will surpass all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus." This means that to the degree we attain peace, our true and divine sonship makes itself known to us. God is not met through confusion, but only when the mind is tranquil. And then, like an unruffled body of water, we reflect the divine image of peace. So, let's unruffle our body of water. Just relax, get comfortable. Feel free to close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. With each breath, as you exhale, relax. Let go. Feel the God within you. I relax in the peace of God. I enter into the peace of God. My mind is stilled from all confusion, and I feel a deep and abiding inward poise. I keep my mind stayed on the divine inner presence and let every thought of discord slip away. I meet the reality of myself, the eternal and changeless truth about me, that I am the Son of God. I am one with God. There is no separation. There is no apartness. Here and now within me a voice says, "Be still and know that I am God." God is in me, around me, and through me. I celebrate this divinity in me. I adore His presence. I am that which Thou art. Thou art that which I am. I am that which Thou art. Thou art that which I am. There is only one. From this perfect, peaceful place, we send peace to Gaza and Israel, Ukraine and Russia. We send peace, and so it is. Thank you.
Like my stickers?
A little girl at heart. I sold my hippie van with all my stickers on it. In case all of you remember my hippie van. Thank you. So today, as Kate said, we are wrapping up the month of going in and up. Before we go out into all of our doing into the world. So we go inward and we go upward to anchor ourselves in God. And in that divine wisdom, freedom, love, joy, peace, and abundance of source that lives within us all. Knowing that when we do that first,
We paved the way, so to speak, for our experience out here. You are my experience out here. I think I'm quite an artist. This is a great quote from Leonard Jackson. The only way out is in. And I'm going to add to that, and up. So far this month, we've done our 7 ups. And we've gone up, up, and away. We actually got to sing that song last week. It was so funny. So today we bring the topic to close by asking the question, is it really up to me? Robert Schuller, the former minister of the famous Crystal Cathedral in California, who wasn't a New Thought minister, but he sure could talk like one. He wrote a book entitled, If It's Going to Be, It's Up to Me. My question of the day is it really up to me? Is it only up to me? In answering that question, we might just unravel a seeming paradox of our New Thought teachings. You're probably familiar with the 4 levels of consciousness growth that Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith of Agape identified, and I know we've discussed them in depth here before, and we probably will again. But the 4 levels of consciousness that he describes is, number 1, why me? You can walk around with a consciousness all the way saying, well, why me? Or if you evolve to the state of by me, it's going to happen by me. Or you evolve again and life happens through you. Or the 5th one is life happens as me. Or as we've talked about, as God through me. So very often and in subtle, unconscious ways, we get hung up by the by me stage. And no disrespect to Robert Schuller, but the title of If It's Going to Be, It's Up to Me falls right into that mindset. The mindset that where we think that we have to do everything by ourselves. How many of you are in that camp with me? We work on it. We're always working on it. But we can identify it with our beautiful awareness too. So we're in this, we always have to make it happen, or through the power of our will and our fortitude and even our spiritual strength, we'll make it happen. It all falls on me. There's a story of a woman warming up before her morning jog, and she stood a few feet from a large oak tree, and she placed both hands on it, and she pushed against it to stretch her calf muscles. She's in the midst of this standard runner's ritual when a young man passes by. He stops, he turns, he looks at her and says, "Lady, you're going to be here all day. Use a saw." How many of us, though, will feel that way sometimes when we're trying to solve our challenges or manifesting our dreams? Pushing, pushing, pushing. Nothing is budging. Now, let's be really clear. There's something for us to do. In fact, there are several things for us to do. And there's one thing, and it's a biggie, that is not ours to do. We have absolutely no control over it. And that one thing that is not ours to do, and over which we have absolutely no control over, is the outcome. Say this with me, Barb. No, everyone say this with me. I have no control over the outcome. I have no control over the outcome. So how many of you are familiar with Daniel Nahmod's CD called Water? Yeah. Ooh. Love that CD. It's gotten me through so many trials.
What?
Daniel Neymont's CD called Water. And on that CD, there's a song called Planting Seeds. And it says this idea perfectly that I'm talking about today. And it addresses what is ours and what is not ours to do. So it goes like this. I've been planting seeds on the ground, watering them with my sweat and tears, scattering them all around. Guess it's what I'm supposed to do with my years. Funny thing is, I may know what I've planted, but never what will show. It always seems to be a perfect mystery. Whatever grows will grow. If you know this, say it with me. Whatever dies will die. Whatever works will work. Whatever flies will fly. Whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds, nothing more. He goes on. Sometimes I still like to pretend. I know what the harvest will be, but I always find out in the end that it was never really up to me. Funny thing is, when I just do my work and simply trust, it always seems to be that life is looking out for me. Whatever grows will grow. Whatever dies will die. Whatever works will work. Whatever flies will fly. Whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds, nothing more. So here is what is up for us to do. It is absolutely up to us first to decide what seeds you want to plant. We go inward and upward through visioning to get that clear idea of what that is. To listen to our inner nudgings, whether they come in the form of divine urges or in divine discontents. And then it's completely up to us to plant those seeds. We plant those seeds through our prayer work. And we do that work with our consciousness. Whatever state of consciousness you're in, you plant those seeds. You with me? So it is exclusively up to us to water and nurture the garden. Not with our sweat and tears, but by tending to the vision or the idea, by reading and feeling into our vision, by mentally putting ourselves in it. And this is that realization stage, stage 4 of Unity's 5-step prayer process. The realization phase, you see yourself in it, and at some point you realize you are one with that vision. If you can see it, you can be it. So it's totally up to us to weed the garden. You can't allow doubt, negative thoughts, discouragement to enter into your consciousness. This is such a beautiful passage that New Thought writer or founder of religious science, Ernest Holmes, had in his book called this thing called You. Just as you watch your garden, that foreign seed shall not fall into it, producing a growth of undesirable plants. So you must refuse entrance to any thoughts you do not wish to see manifested in your life. Guard well this garden of your mind. It is God's garden of your soul. It is your garden of Eden, wherein you may grow your fondest desires and hopes, blossoming into fulfillment. Or if you permit the weeds of destruction, fear and doubt will choke the beauty of hope until despair alone remains. Watch carefully then this garden of your soul. Plant there only seeds of happiness, of joy, of peace, and of goodwill. It may be necessary to cultivate your garden, to uproot the weeds and straighten out the rows, planting new seeds, new ideas, broader visions, and deeper realizations of life. New aspirations must be bedded there, fertilized with the fervor of hope, the conviction of faith, the beauty of wholeness, and the quietness of peace. Watch your garden and carefully guard it patiently, waiting for a new harvest. For you shall reap what you have sown. And yes, you shall reap what you have sown. But that part is the part that is not up to us. What actually grows is not up to us. That is out of our hands. I was having lunch with a minister friend of mine a while back, and we were talking about tithing and our relationship with money. And she said to me, when I realized it was none of my business where my good comes from, whether it even comes at all, when I let go of thinking it had to come from out there, and when I quit stewing about whether I had enough and just did what I knew to do, all of a sudden, she said she was flooded with abundance. In other words, she weeded her garden. And that takes us to the other thing that is up to us to do. And it is the first time we've gone outside of ourselves. All the rest have been internal. We do whatever work in the world is ours to do, from the place of inner guidance and trust, which is also an inner activity. That we are being infinitely supported by the universe. Charles Fillmore said, faith represents substance, the underlying basic principle of all manifestation. Now, faith is assurance of things hoped for, a conviction of things not seen. Turning to the one with a complete abandonment and in absolute trust, we will find that we are already saved, already healed, and already prospered. And therein lies the rub, oftentimes. It can be so hard for us to just let go, to turn to complete abandon. It can be difficult at times to have as much trust in God to fill us up as we have in the air to fill our lungs with oxygen. Some of you may be familiar with this wonderful poem that describes this situation perfectly. It's called Let Go and Let God by Loretta Burns. As children bring their broken toys with tears for us to mend, I brought my broken dreams to God because God was my friend. But then, instead of leaving him in peace to work alone, I hung around and I tried to help with ways that were my own. At last, I hung around and tried to help with ways that were my own. At last, I snatched them back and I cried, "How can you be so slow?" My child, God said, "What could I do? You never did let go." It is up to us to let go. And that, of course, is the final and so important step in our 5-step unity process. To release with gratitude and let it go. How would you feel if someone said, will you do this for me? And you just kept on them and on them and on them. Or they kept on you. Just let it go. It'll get done. To release this, to explain this part of release, I looked at Dr. John B. Waterhouse in his book called The 5 Steps to Freedom. He wrote, when you release your prayer, you are releasing the creative process in full expression. All of Spirit is now available to provide unlimited combinations of events, participants, circumstances, and possibilities that will work in divine order to manifest whatever you have claimed in truth. How many of you have experienced the 5 steps of unity prayer and saw it work? It's a miracle. I mean, it's not a miracle, it just is. Most of this potential exists beyond our ability to imagine. It occurs in precise balance and timing to provide the perfect outpicturing of your prayer. By releasing your prayer with gratitude, you are opening up and allowing all the power and potential of divine spirit to support you and to express your desires into physical form. So it really is up to me if it's going to be. Well, is it? Yes and no. We have to do our parts, as we have explored this morning. Those things are absolutely and completely up to us. And no, the outcome absolutely is not up to us. It will be what it will be. But as Daniel's great song says, funny thing is, when I just do my work and simply trust, it always seems to be that life is looking out for me. Quarter two. I can tell you're like ready to go. So I just want to do something quick this morning, a little bit of a ritual, but in alignment with our theme of going in and up. This will be an internal ritual rather than an external ritual. So if you would play with me, just close your eyes for a moment. See yourself as you are today, with whatever is going on for you now. If there's a challenge in your life, see it. If there's a dream you're working on, and it's not quite here yet, see it. Get a good picture in your mind of that. And when you do, place your non-dominant hand over your heart. And let that be a symbolic gesture of love and acceptance. Simply love and accept yourself right where you are, right here and right now. Take a couple of breaths and just love and accept. Now, keeping your hand over your heart and continuing to love and accept you right where you are. At the same time, see yourself down the road a bit. See yourself with the issue completely addressed, happy and joyful, with the dream fully manifested. And you're now excited about a bigger one. You are the you came here to be, sharing your gifts, being the light. Get a picture of him or her. And that you has a great deal of wisdom and knowledge. more than you have today, when you really see yourself as the person. Use your dominant hand to represent that you and place it on top of the other hand. Have your current self ask any question you want of the future you. Now our final step will bring your hands together, still at your heart, and lace your fingers together if you can.
Amen.
In this lacing together, consciously integrate the two, recognizing that you already are that which you desire to be. Feel empowered, feel uplifted, feel inspired, enlightened, feel energized, and feel joy. And when you do, separate your hands and raise them, raise your arms and your chin nice and high, and just hold them up there in celebration and acceptance. We are truly grateful and affirm that we have planted some very powerful seeds this morning. And we let go of the outcome. And we say, thank you, God.
Thank you, Jeanne. And what a perfect segue to our giving. But first we'll do our affirmation after hearing that very inspiring. I consciously choose to turn within and go up to the source of divine wisdom, freedom, love, joy, peace, and abundance before moving out into the world. Perfect. Did you forget something? Oh, we have another song first? That's right, the one that we didn't do earlier. That's right. You can't confuse me by changing it after I've done something. I'm just not good at it.
We're actually going to sing that song now. Please join along with me in this one. I've been planting seeds on the ground, watering them with my sweat and tears, scattering them all around. Guess it's what I'm supposed to do with my years. Funny thing is, I may know what I planted, but never what will show. It always seems to be a perfect mystery. Whatever grows will grow, whatever dies will die, whatever works will work, whatever flies will fly, whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds, nothing more. Sometimes I still like to pretend I know what the harvest will be, but I always find out in the end it never really was up to me. Funny thing is, when I just do my work and simply trust, it always seems that life is looking out for me. Whatever grows will grow, whatever dies will die, whatever works will work, whatever flies will fly, whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds, nothing more.
And I'm the only one of billions of seeds. When all is said and done, I just do what's mine to do and let it be.
Whatever,
now it's time for our giving. I also want to thank all of you who are watching online, and we know that you do your giving, a lot of it, and many of us do electronically. And but for those of you who like to actually put something in the bags, we have them coming forward. And so we'll say our offering blessing as that's being done. Join me. Divine love as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. I am so blessed. Thank you, God. And now I have another song. And we're going to do that one right now, and then we'll do our offering gratitude. Oh, and sing along with me. No, I'm not doing it. I don't sing in public. Substance of the universe. I give thanks that 10 times this much or more is now on its way to me and quickly manifests in perfect ways. Thank you all. As you know, we are a tithing church, and each month your board of directors makes choices on how we can help others with our tithe of our gross income. And here to talk to us about a gift that we made and about the organization he represents. You met him earlier, Bill Carpenter, president of the Greater Sun Lakes Community Foundation. Come on up, Bill.
I've done things like this before. First amendment, if I could have a little indulgence. You're the first people I've talked to today, except for my dog. I talked to her this morning. I always talk to her. And we have a unique way of communicating. And I'm very glad to be here today with you. And on behalf of the foundation, we thank you very much for your donation. We were founded in 2018 in January. And since then, I wrote down the numbers this morning. We have given away by way of grants $253,438. That's because of donations from groups like you. We are 100% donation funded. Okay? We're happy to say that 100% of every dollar we receive through donations goes back to the community. Wow. There are no expenses. When we have printing expenses, it's always through donations. Typically, the board will make the donation, but that's okay. We do serve the Greater Salt Lake community, all three phases, and our motto and our creed is to increase the lifestyle of those who live within the greater Summit community. So our work goes on. We meet as a board once the first Wednesday every month. And again, we're delighted to be here and delighted to thank you on the board's behalf. We also have a group called the Friends of the Foundation, which today are 28 strong. And we're all volunteers, of course, but they are volunteers aside from the board, of which we have 7 and a few openings. They help us do the tag shows and do raffle tickets, help us at our 2 major fundraisers each year. And I wouldn't want to stand here without a little bit of editorial, if I could, or a little bit of sales pitch, which I'm really not used to giving, but we'll try. I was a salesman for 45 years, and I'm very, very happy to be. Our main fundraiser is on December 3rd, and that's our annual Christmas Gala. Some of you have probably attended, some of you are probably aware of it, but I'm here to share with you who are not aware of it. That is from 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock on the 3rd. It's our annual major fundraiser, and there's tickets still available. I checked online. We sell 260 tickets, which is 26 tables of 10. This is our 4th annual, and predictable, we will sell out. There's no bad seat. You can go to Greater SL's Foundation, Community Foundation, and you go to a link, you'll see the Christmas Gala, should you choose to join us. Starts at 5, ends at 10, full band from 7 till 9:30. This year it's a surf and turf dinner over at the Santan Ballroom. And we anticipate it'll be better than the last 3. So I will leave in the back a half a dozen of little brochures if you are interested, or you can go online. So once again, we really want to thank you, being 100% funded by donations, and I wish you a blessed day. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. And it's nice, to be able to see in person someone who has accepted our donations. And how many of you had ever heard of the foundation before?
None of us.
Just a few of us, yeah. And that's why I was so pleased when Bill wanted to come and say thank you, because they do things like the Posse, Neighbor Who Care. They've helped our theater, our children's theater. They've helped an enormous amount of organizations and people here in Sun Lake. So that gift really stayed local, and we really appreciate your work that you do.
Appreciate it. I will leave the long list with a flyer so you can see who we donate to in our community.
Pretty interesting.
So you would be very interested. You will know many of the clubs, many of the organizations, so I'll leave that in the back as well.
Perfect.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
Very good. All right. Announcements. Friendship Sunday is the 12th of November. Unity Community is doing a picnic at Veterans Park on November 17th at 11 a.m. That's a Friday. Get your sack lunches and whatnot. Kay is in charge of that planning. Kay, have we got a table reserved and all of that? We do. We have it all reserved. So that's going to be fun if you have an opportunity to join us on that. And Crossroads, if you don't know where that is, talk to Kay, she can tell you. Crossroads,
Thank you, Bill.
oh, it's right there. Crossroads of Chandler Heights and Lindsay. Well, that was convenient, wasn't it? And volunteers are needed, so there's a sign-up sheet on the table, is that right?
Not yet.
Not yet, but there will be.
Sunday there will be.
Next Sunday there will be. Speaking of sheets on the table, before we get to the prayer partner today, which I think I need one, there are those sheets for volunteering for different jobs during our service. And the president of the board is doing platform next week. And she has no one signed up but one person for one job. So y'all better, you don't want the president mad at you, do you? I mean, come on, guys. Step up here. And there's sheets for December as well, so November and December. Now, next prayer team, our prayer partner today is whom? Someone? Anyone? Bueller?
Yeah.
Okay, Okay, Barbara Castro, great. Meet her over there in the corner. Prayer team meeting every Wednesday at 10 a.m. That's online. You can always talk to Julia about that. Reiki Share Group every Tuesday at 9:30. The Metaphysical Group every other Wednesday. Sheila Taylor is the lead on that. And next Sunday's musician will be Jennifer Sheets. We love Jennifer, so it'll be great to see her. And is there any other announcements, Derek? No, is that it? Okay.
Next
So-
Sunday, Matthew's Crossing also.
Pardon me?
Matthew's
And
Crossing.
next, yes, next. First Sunday of the month is always Matthew's Crossing, so bring your checks or your donations. And also, be aware that if you have a birthday in November, we'll be recognizing you from here and singing happy birthday to you. I think that's everything. I want to thank, well, yes, Barbara?
I think I know the answer, but is there not gonna be a Thanksgiving party at your house this year?
Not this year,
Oh!
but there will be a Christmas party.
Yay!
As a matter of fact, we have that date. What was that date? I know it's not December 12th. I have
I'm
15
powerless
days.
over the outcome of the Thanksgiving.
That's right, you are powerless over that outcome. Now, November's just a little too stressful for around our house, so we're not gonna do that.
December
But go
16th.
to the picnic instead.
December 16th.
Thank you, Ela. December 16th will be the Christmas party at our house. I believe the start time is 5, and it'll be potluck. We will be providing the brisket. Yes, I know you always like the brisket, so we'll make a return on that. So mark your calendars now for December 16th, and we will, I have a feeling there will be caroling.
And the white elephant.
Oh yes, and we're gonna have the white elephant again. We're gonna have that gift exchange. We had so much fun doing that last year. That was just a good. And that'll be an anniversary for Barb.
Yes, the first time I met all of you was at that party.
Yes.
And I had a blast, and I was like, I like these people.
We liked you back too. So yeah, mark your calendars for that. That'll be a great time. Thank you for bringing that up. It was a good news, bad news thing, right, Barbara? I want to just thank the volunteers. Lori for bringing the flowers. Derek, always a pleasure to have you here, and we appreciate you. Brian, Barbara, Jeanne, all that's good. And thank you, prayer partner and meditation, all of the things that y'all do. Being a volunteer and helping us out with the services, greatly, greatly appreciated. So let's have our closing song, and then we'll do our prayer for protection. All right.
This was my request for Barb Castro.
Yes.
Peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creators, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with
Let's stand and say the prayer for protection.
The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God.
The love of God
God enfolds us. I am the love